Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do once you've got your Doc Diagnostics license key is start getting users registered onto the system, start getting them through the assessment and education process. Now there's three ways that you can do this. The first is to manually upload your users one by one from the administrator page. I'll show you how to do this. So you just log in using your own administrator username and password. Now, the first time that you're logging in, you won't see anything in this table here. This is only because I've started to use the account. This number here will be the number of license keys that you've purchased, and obviously I've used 8 of them, but the first time you log in, this number will be 0. So to add a user, simply click Add User from the menu at the top. Let's start by entering first name and last name. So you don't have to put a contact telephone number in. If you don't want to, just put 0 so there's something in the field. It is good to put a telephone number in there if you have it, as it allows us to offer a better level of support if somebody has a problem using the system. So you can see here in red text that the user has been successfully registered. If we go back to the driver overview page, we will now see Mr. Depp there in the table. Now the next method of registering a user is to get them to register themselves. The way to do this is send an email to everybody who you would like to register on the system and give them your license key. In this case, the license key is Mega001. So if I was a new user, just received an email from my administrator, said go to docdiagnostics.com, click register, and you should outline all this in your email that you send to them, and enter the registration key, so Mega001. This is one license key per company. It has a number attached to it, the amount of licenses that you've paid for, so you can just send this generic code out to everybody. And this allows them to enter their details in here. Now the good thing about registering people this way is that it allows them to select their own password. Obviously, if you're registering on their behalf, you have to select either a unique or a generic password, but it's probably not the one that they would choose to use if they had the option. So when they log in for the first time, they would be encouraged to change their password to something that they would remember. Obviously, once they've clicked register, they'll be taken straight into the assessment part of Doc Diagnostics. If we go back to the administrator panel, we should be able to see Samantha has registered. Now, from an administrator's perspective, the second option of users self-registering might seem better, certainly less onerous on the administrator. However, so you've got a company of 150 people and you send an email out to everybody saying please register using this unique license number, and then you log in to the system a week later and only 135 people have registered, it would be probably quite difficult for you to work out who the 15 people are that haven't registered. So in this case, it'd be better for you to upload all 150 people immediately and just send them an email with their username, which will be their email address, a generic password that they can change the first time they log in. Well, of course, adding users one by one, if you've got 150 or 750 staff, is going to be very difficult indeed. So in this case, what we have is a function called import users, which allows you to create a CSV file from an Excel spreadsheet, first name, last name, email, telephone, and you can add password onto the end as well. So let's just have a look at doing this. Simply open up Excel and make sure that the column headers are exactly as they are here. First name, last name, email, phone, and password if you want to put password in. If you don't put password in, the system will automatically generate a password for them and send it to them via email. So let's just take an example here. And we'll put password as password. This makes it easy because you can send an email out to everybody saying your email address is your username and your password is password. Please change it the first time that you go in, and that can be done from the account button at the top of the page. So okay, we've got just one person here. Normally you would enter however many people it was that you wanted to upload. Best to remember to delete any additional tabs. By default, when you start Excel, it'll probably have 2 or 3 tabs down here for other sheets. Best to delete those if you're going to be saving it as a CSV file. So go down to File, Save As, and make sure it's CSV comma delimited. Now I've just saved this as Mega Upload, save it to the desktop, and replace the one I did earlier. Yes, we want to save that. So close that down. Don't want to save any changes. So we're going to browse for that. As it is, that file is on my desktop. Mega Upload. Now it's telling us here how many activations we've got left. We've got 10 left, and as it is, we've only got one person in the spreadsheet, so that's absolutely fine. We get to choose here whether the system sends out an automatic email to every user in the spreadsheet saying you've been registered onto this system, here's your username, here's your password. As it is, I'm going to send out an email to everybody letting them know a bit more about the system and why they're required to do it. So I'm going to deselect that. Click Upload, and we can see there Chris Rock at madeupdemo.com account creation status is OK. So if we go back to driver overview, we should see him in our list. Yes, he's there. So we know that that has been uploaded successfully.